Today we'll be going through a character build for the Defender of the Sun, a human Aasimar who is on a mission to protect the weak from sources of suffering. Hi, I'm Yovo, and I'll be going through the core features of the build and discuss the decisions why they were chosen. We are starting with a human with the Aasimar heritage. Our first level feat is Halo, allowing us to create light when needed. At 5th level, Imperial Blessing allows our Defender of the Sun to cast Bless when needed in combat. Whether fighting against other Celestials or incursions of demons and devils, Divine Countermeasure at level 9 will aid against some of their abilities. And at 13th level, Aasimar's Mercy will allow the Defender to have specific spells on hand, even if they haven't prepared them for the day. The Acolyte background represents the attachment and association our Defender has to their religion and understanding what their deity's goals are for those on the material plane. Sarenrae, the Dawnflower, the goddess of fire, goodness, and the sun. While other gods would direct their followers to fight against the evils in the world, Sarenrae spend their time healing and providing compassion to those who have been ravaged by said evils. We are starting with the base class of a Cleric. We are also going with the War Priest Doctrine. This means that our Defender is proficient in medium armor and has a shield block feat. Other bonuses given to our Defender includes increasing the weapon damage dice of the Scimitar, which is the favoured weapon of Sarenrae. And at level 7 we have access to the critical specialization. For Scimitars, it is causing the enemies to be flat-footed at the end of a critical hit. Cast Down, available at level 6, allows our Defender to knock enemies prone using the Heal or Harm spell and, at a bonus, can be used at range. Fast Channel, available at level 14, gives our Defender the ability to cast Heal or Harm as a 3 action with 2 actions and using the last action to potentially hit, maneuver, or raise the shield. We are going with the Champion archetype. This grants us proficiency in heavy armor. As Sarenrae is a neutral good deity, we are going with the Redeemer cause. We are taking Champion Resiliency as our base class is a Cleric, and we are taking a number of Champion feats from the archetype. The next feat is Divine Ally. We are taking the Shield version. This gives our shield increased HP, breaking threshold, and hardness. Glimpse of Redemption allows the Defender to stop an attack from occurring or at least penalize the attacker by reducing their strength and subsequently the effectiveness of further melee attacks for the rest of their turn. Through basic devotion, we have access to the Weight of Guilt feat. This augments Glimpse of Redemption, allowing us to penalize spellcasters as well. Diverse Armor Expert allows heavy armor to stay close to Cleric armor progression. Advanced Devotion allows us to get Shield Warden. This allows us to use the Shield Block feat on allies. And Shield of Reckoning allows us to combine both the Shield Block and the Glimpse of Redemption feat together in a single reaction. The Defender of the Sun is primarily to help reduce the suffering of people, and with those that cannot be helped with magic, they will use the medicine skill to alleviate the pain of others. Inoculation is good for a disease or plague that is running rampant in a village or town. This allows people who have been treated by the Defender to have a better chance of not getting reinfected. In combat, where there are waves and waves of enemies, continual recovery allows the Defender to use every opportunity to keep their allies in good health and save spells for the fight itself. Robust recovery works well with inoculation, as it gives people a better bonus when exposed to diseases and poisons. As mentioned in Continual Recovery, if there are waves of enemies, the ability to treat wounds of multiple allies will give the whole group a better chance. Advanced Recovery allows First Aid to tend those with a frightened and sickened condition. While there is the Remove Fear spell, there are limited options to deal with the sickened condition. Legendary Medic allows a defender to remove more conditions, some that can be restored with lower level spells, but there are some that require time, which can impact on their fighting ability. In addition, we are putting skills into acrobatics to mitigate the armor check penalty from wearing heavy armor. And likewise with the athletic skill. For equipment, we are going with a scimitar as it is Sarenrae's favored weapon. With deadly simplicity from our War Priest doctrine, we increase the damage to 1d8 slashing. For armor, we have chosen the full plate as this build requires us to put a lot of skills in different areas such as strength, constitution, wisdom, and charisma. As a result, it's very difficult to allocate dexterity for our defenses. Thus, one of the reasons for choosing the champion archetype as it covers this gap. We have also put in the fortification rune. This allows us to roll a flat check to avoid a critical hit. There are different versions of the sturdy shield, but each will be available as we level up. As mentioned before, Divine Ally improves the hardness, HP, and breaking threshold of the shield. This allows us to reduce the effectiveness of attacks and hits on the defender or their allies. And lastly, the healer's gloves. This improves our ability to use medicine in the field or off. The spells primarily chosen by the defender are more healing and defensive options, but we are also going with the harm spell for the cast down feature. The first spell is Heal. This allows us to keep our allies in tip-top shape. And then we have Harm, our primary method of using the cast down meta magic. And fortunately, the knockdown occurs on an enemy who has succeeded on a fortitude saving throw because they still take damage. Create Water allows a defender to help refugees and others who are trying to escape conflict with nothing but clothes on their back. Similarly, Create Food allows a defender to provide for the people even if it's bland and tasteless. That's where Enhanced Victuals come in as it improves the flavor of the food and water. In addition, it counteracts any poison in food. Remove Fear can be used in combat to help allies who have the frightened condition. Alternatively, it gives the defender the ability to give a mercy to people who are frightened or fearful for their lives. This version of Remove Paralysis primarily works in combat against those supernatural or magical effects causing the condition. Restore Senses is another combat spell as it primarily works on blindness and deafness caused by magic. Where Remove Paralysis only works on supernatural effects, Neutralize Poisons may work on those effects from like a centipede or other creatures that have toxins that cause paralysis. Remove Disease is also one of the spells available through the Aasimar's Mercy feat. And the last recommended spell is Remove Curse, helping those who have accidentally come across a cursed item, such as a Berserker's Axe. In combat, the Defender of the Sun assists their allies by using the cast down meta magic and the appropriate heal or harm spell to knock down targets. This allows the allies to use their attacks of opportunity when the enemy tries to stand up, or at least have a bonus when they're attacking prone targets. And using their reaction with the Shield of Reckoning to block damage and to either nullify the strike or penalize further strikes and reducing the overall damage that gets through the shield's hardness. And here we have a summary of all the chosen feats, skills, equipments, and spells discussed in today's video. We also have character sheets available in the description box below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like and subscribe. Also comment your thoughts on the Defender of the Sun below. Till next time.